think. Yeah, checking. Okay, it says we're fine over here. Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 19th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Baguazhang, the 8 palm changes. We are working on palm changes 7 and 8 this week. We're working on palm changes 7 and 8 next week as well. And we will then be putting all of the palm changes on the circle. Spend a few weeks on that, and at the beginning of the year I will make some changes for this class. Probably keep the Qigong classes, but I may make some changes. We'll see. Letting you know there's changes coming up just at the end of the year. As soon as I get them figured out, I will let you know. Today we want to pay attention to palm change 8, as well as we're going to work a little bit on palm change 7, but I want to put a little bit more on palm change 8 today because I haven't done that yet. And we need to look at what the palm changes, what does that look like on the pattern. So if I'm changing from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so what does that look like? I gave a little bit of a preview of that yesterday. I'll give another one today. Let's get started. Basic stretch. Feet about shoulder width apart. Bend the knees. Shoulders down. Open the arms. Wiggle the fingers. Wiggle the toes. Bend the knees again. Pull up through the crown of the head. Hand circle in front. Back around to both sides. Up along center line. Reach out. And again. Keep the shoulders down and keep them open. One more time. Reach out through the neck spine. And elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. Keep going. Up again. And this time we're going to keep going down. I was going to do something else, but I'm not. Keep going. And again, elbows drop down. All of the fingertips. One more. And come back to center. All right. Before we do leg stretches, I'm going to talk just a little bit about what I was saying with the shoulders. Okay, so right in through here, let's get a little closer. I need to set my stance so that I'm at the right height for this, okay? So I'm in a fairly low, kind of a forward horse stance, all right? I'll show it to you in a minute. Right here, the large muscles that extend from the neck, you can feel it. You stick your hands here. This big one that sits right up here, it has a tendency to do this. It does. Shoulder blades extend outward. Pull down through the back. I'll show that in a minute too. Right here. Pull down here. So this pulls down. This is open. That will do two things. It keeps your shoulders in place and it gives you greater flexibility to move your arms. Natural movement. All right, that low horse stance is right here. This is what we're practicing, right? And I'm going to mention something. A friend of mine sent a video. He's another teacher. Sent a video of a group of people at a competition, a world-class competition, doing Taiji. And I've talked about this several times. We have in our Qigong, yeah, errors over here. It was fine a minute ago. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I'll come back to the error in a minute. I'm going to watch that for a second. Okay, so pull down here. Excuse me. Pull down through here. Keep the shoulders in place and keep this open so that the arm moves naturally and the shoulder stays down. It doesn't do this. We don't want the shoulder. That's not what we want. Okay. The low stance and the story that I was telling before I got the error message, I have talked about in our Qigong class. We have a set that brings this leg up and extends it as we go down, and we come back up. That movement that I just did, okay, so I bent a little bit. I saw this entire group of people do that. They extended the leg to the front and they bent the leg, they went all the way down, and they came all the way back up on one leg. It was pretty impressive. I was seriously impressed with that. It takes a great deal of strength and good placement, one of the things that I pay a lot of attention to in this class. So if I could share that, it's not on a platform that I can share via this platform, so sorry. But I've talked about this repeatedly, that the extent of movement, that what we want to achieve is the fullest range, the fullest extent of movement possible. Okay? If you want to see what that looks like in real life, you could get a 3-year-old to show you. Okay? Because most 3-year-olds have a full range of movement. Human body moves in all kinds of ways that as adults we don't think about we should be able to do. But we can. Training for that. Building up the strength for that. Practice. Okay? So, a little bit of leg work. Since I'm going to talk about it, all right, right leg front, left leg back. This is what we've been doing. All right, I may add something in a minute, but I'm thinking about it. All right, press into the heel, not into the knee, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and sink. Keep going, and come on back up. All right, and the other side, left leg front. Into the heel, not into the knee, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And go on down again. Go down a little bit more. All right, relax. All right, that set we just did is intended to build strength in the back of the leg here, just below the gluteus maximus. Okay, so just below the top of the leg, Here's your hip, here's your leg, leg fits in here. Long muscle runs along the back of the leg. What we want to do is strengthen the smaller muscles that hold this part of the leg through the hip so that the leg can move as freely as the arms can move, right? And the kinds of movement the legs can do, not entirely the same as what the arms can do, right? In different structures. We want that full extent of motion, that full extent of movement. Whether we have it or not, okay, I'm going to be here right now. I do not have the full extent that I used to have. Working on it. How much we develop that extent of movement really depends a lot on what we as individuals want to accomplish. All right, good. All right, so my error message is gone, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to start working on what I intended to practice this morning. All right, so that extent of movement, the kinds of movement that we're doing, and how big or small that movement is part of what we want to develop in our practice. I talked about this yesterday, that as we're walking the circle, I want my step to be smooth, right? Not get my foot stuck on the carpet. It's my fault, because as I put my foot out, I've not properly adjusted the angle of my foot or the weight for the carpet. So, I can't blame the shoe, I can't blame the carpet, they didn't do anything, I did it. How do you manage that? I'm going to go the other way here. All right? Manage your footwork, the surface that you're on, and keeping your footwork even, which is what I just did, so that each time you step, you have a regular pattern, a regular step that you're using. We have regular patterns and regular stepping for Xingyi, for Taiji, for Bagua, for all of the arts. There are certain things that we expect and certain things that, yeah, that doesn't really belong here. Okay, so my using I talked about ballet and my background in ballet. My using a ballet move in Bagua, yeah, no, doesn't belong. It belongs, it's fine somewhere else, but it doesn't belong here. It's, you don't use, if you're on the basketball court and one player tackles another one, it's a problem. If you're on a football field, American football, and one player tackles another, they're supposed to, right? That distinction matters for everything that we do in our practice. So, is this movement supposed to go lower? Yeah, it could. What's my extent of movement today? What can I do today and be in balance and have good placement and be able to consider what my opportunities are, what the applications might be for whatever movement it is I'm doing? The answer to that gives us what we should do in practice. All right, watch the circle just a little bit. Pay attention to palm change 8 right now. Slowly, okay, turn, open, right side, we're going to walk all the way around. All right, and start 1, 2, 3, out, keep going, turn, and step right, turn, open to the center, walk the circle. And ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, and step. Close. Back to the right. Relax for a second. The pace, the rhythm that we establish, and the emphasis that we put on whatever movement it is we're doing has both a bearing connection to this particular style of Bagua, as well as what I personally do, right? So, my teacher taught, I learned. Yeah, I know, it sounds, oversimplified. There's a part of that connection that this person is teaching, this person is learning. This person can be teaching, this person can be not learning. Possible, right? This person can be learning, this person can be not teaching. That's also possible, right? I've learned many things that I did not learn from Professor Liu. I've learned many things that I did not learn from Huang Weilun. I've learned many things, right? That idea that I have a body of knowledge that I bring to my practice, that I bring to my study, right? So I had studied dance when I started learning from Huang Weilun. I already had a good sense of balance and placement. I did not have to start there. I had to learn more, but I did not have to start there. When I started studying with Professor Liu, who taught me Bagua, I had already studied and achieved a little bit through my studies with Huang Weilun. So there was a foundation that I came with that I did not have to learn. Okay? And I didn't have to learn that. I had to know it. I already had it. And that's part of why I'm talking about it right now. Many of the things that I'm teaching are part of what I came with when I first started learning Bagua. I already had this foundation of I need to keep my stepping regular, I need to pay attention to I need to be able to see and pay attention to the patterns. I need to understand the direction of movement and how to turn, which way to go, right? I'm going to turn left, I'm going to turn to the right, I'm going to turn left inward, I'm going to turn left outward. Different. Right? Which side goes where? Those connections and that experience was a contributor to, or contributed to, everything that I studied after that. So we have, and I'm bringing this out again because as I'm paying attention to palm change 8 and some of the changes here, the connection between what we have learned before, what else have we done? And it doesn't have to be particular for martial art. It could be something that was, it could be visual art that gives you that sense of that pattern and how to use that pattern through movement. Could be a sport, gymnastics, basketball, I talked about the baseball, football, any sport is going to give a very similar level of understanding based on how we move. All right. Palm change 8. Let's do that again. Feet together, not too fast. Go all the way around, come back all the way around. All right. Salute to the center. Remember that we start this sweep similar to what we do with palm changes 5 and 7, where we start the change in the hands before we step, before we hit 8. I'll show you. Salute the center. And turn. Right hand to the center, right foot front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? All right. Stop for a second. That count. 8. As I come around. So my stopping point is here. This is where I want to be able to step out. Where do I have to start that? As I was saying, a couple steps before. Right? I'm here. It is 6, 7, 8. Right? Same on the other side. We'll put it on the pattern in just a minute. All the way around right side, palm change 8, turn around, all the way around left side, palm change 8 on the other side. Salute to the center, smile, turn, center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And turn. Close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And turn. And close. Right? As we put this on the pattern, remember that I said we have right side, left side for every palm change. Okay, so I'm going to walk around, I'm going to do palm change 1, I'm going to walk around, I'm going to do palm change 1 on the other side. Each time we practice, as we practice that pattern, I'm going to start here, walk all the way around, and come back to here, and palm change 1. Go back the other way, palm change 1. Go around again, palm change 2. Go around again, palm change 2. That takes a minute to do that. It does. It does. That pattern gives us facility with both left and right. So as we're turning to the left, we're comfortable with how we close and open to the left side. We're equally comfortable with how we close and open to the right side for each and every palm change. Not necessarily true in some other things that I practice. We don't have left side, right side for everything. There's left side for these things and there's right side for these other things. Now, can we turn it around and make it so that what we're practicing on the right side, we also practice on the left side? Yeah, sure. Yeah, does it happen? Did I do that? No, I didn't. That's the way I learned it, that's the way I learned it. There's some things that are practiced on both sides. All right, so with the pattern, however, let's talk about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, and back to 1. As I walk that pattern, I'm not going to change every palm change to both sides. As I walk the pattern, right, and I'm just going to mark this. As I walk the pattern, all right, I have palm change 1 at position 6 over here, right, and come back around, and now I'm going to palm change 2 at position 2, right, finish palm change 2 all the way around position 3 here, all right, close, turn around, come back to palm change 4 on the left, yeah, and turn around, palm change 5 on the right, finish palm change 5, now I'm back around on, come to 6, palm change 6, palm change 7, palm change 7 will be on the right, which hand is to the center, has to be on the right. That was palm change 8. Okay, and finish palm change 7, palm change 8 on the left. And 1, 2, return to where we started. We do come back to here. All right, relax for a second. That element of returning to where we started is one of those things that comes with every martial arts system that I've learned. You start, you do something, and you come back to where you started to finish. You know, it's not just random, right? One of the goals for cultivating, refining, developing, your choice of words, practicing your stepping method is so that you do come back to where you started. That your footwork is such that as you follow the pattern that you've made, whatever that form is, that you end up where you started. That skill, regular foot and regular stepping, right? If your step is, hang on here, left foot front, right foot back, huh? Look at the distance between my 2 feet. Now look at the distance between my 2 feet. Huh? One was larger, one was smaller. I can do a little bit more here. Let me do this. All right, small step. Right? Little baby step. Not small step. Now, in order to do that, I need to take off from the back foot. My leg's not that long. We use that in Bagua. We want that. We want to cultivate that ability. That as we're moving, we use that kinetic energy, that momentum that we build up, and being able to do that at speed, we're going to do that in a minute, being able to do that at speed means that we need to be in balance, we need to be well placed, and we need to know where we're going. We do. All right, palm change 8, little bit faster. Not a lot, just a little bit. Right side, left side. Just a little bit, not a lot. Pull up. Ready, and turn. Open to the center. All the way around. And ready, and go. Keep going. All the way around. All right. 2 mistakes. Did you see them? I did. On the right side, we're good, not a problem. On the left side, I did a double step. Here. I should have had my right leg ready to go up. I started to take at this point, I started to take my left leg up. I realized that was the wrong leg. I couldn't get my weight back, so I kept going forward. I did. Second mistake. I was at the end, after I turned around, which foot has to be front? On the right side, right foot has to be front so I can close to the left, with the left. All right, close here, open. I have to be able to do that. On this side, I ended up with my right foot front, and I closed the right foot. No, should not. That was wrong. I could do it. Should have been left foot front. So as I come out of the turn, here, right foot, left foot, close, go to the right. The left foot needs to be in front. Now, I looked at my notes, and I looked at my previous practice, and I looked at everything that I've got, and I have a dilemma on which foot goes where. Okay? So, the ending, if I'm on the left side, the left foot has to be front so that I can close and open to the right. If I'm on the right side, the right foot has to be front so that I can close and open to the left. That's required. There's no question. It's carved in stone. Because how else do I close correctly, plant the foot, bring the other side around? It's not plant this, shift your weight and close the other way. We can do that. It's possible. We don't want to. If I'm in application, I'm going to do what I need to do. But in practice, we want to, I've always tried to follow the orthodox method, which in this case is plant the foot, bring the other foot around as you close, so that you have strength in your sustaining leg to turn. That has to be there. That strength has to be there. I get right foot front, close left, open left. Right? Left foot front, close right, open right. That difference gives me where I need to be. It doesn't tell me necessarily how I got there. Alright, now, I have in this move, right, as we come around, yeah, let me use right side here. Right side here, come around 1, 2, 3, 4, step through. That puts me exactly where I need to be. Yeah, all right. If I double step through that move, if I double step through the turn, right foot front, oops. That means left is here. Can't do it. Plant the foot, turn around it. That puts me here and open to the right. I'm on the wrong side. Can't do it. That analysis, looking at hard look, what am I doing? How did I do it? Where do I need to end up, and how did I get there? That combination, right? So, left foot front here, either I come out of the turn with the right foot front and double step again to keep the right foot front so that I can close left. Or I come out with the left and I change, so that as I step through, I'm more aligned with all of the other stepping methods that we have in Bagua. Now, doesn't mean that I can't do something different. It just means that as I'm practicing, what am I doing? What am I doing? One more coffee. Then we're going to do this again a little bit faster. All right, so developing the skill, know where you're going, how am I going to get there, where do I need to end up in order to do the next thing. Right now, the next thing, palm change 8 to both sides. Not too fast, not too slow. Salute. Pull up and turn. Right foot front, center. Go. Keep going. Keep going. And keep going. Yep. Keep going. And come on around. All the way around. And close. Feet together, salute. Okay, I got something in my eye, hang on. All right, as we're turning, all right, that double step, palm change 2, is still there. Corrected the palm, I corrected the step in, or excuse me, second side. Not palm change 2, it's palm change 8 on the left side. Still made one mistake, corrected the other. And as I was moving, and we're going to do this one more time, we might do it 2 more times. As I'm moving, right, the faster I move, the more I must rely on my muscle memory and what I have practiced, right? There's no time to think about, all right, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take this step, we're going to take this step, and we're going to do this, and then we're going to do that. Mm-mm. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Pull up through the center. Pull up through the crown of the head, shoulders down and relaxed. Relax your breath. Not too slow. Ready, and turn. Palm change 8. All the way around. And again, on the other side, left side. And close. Right side. Relax. Alright. I'm better on the right side than I am on the left. Let's work on the left side. We're going to do this to the left side only. Left hand to the center, all the way around. Left foot front, all the way around. Palm change 8. Ready, and there we go. All right, again. Left side only. Palm change 8. Left hand to the center, left foot front. Smile. Shoulders down. Ready? Go. And change. Turn. Close. Open right. Relax. Alright, couple of things. Stepping method on the left side needs some work. The ending needs some work. Right side on your hands, it's alright. It's alright. Knowing that, right? And I'm talking about this and I'm calling it out because it's how we learn. It's how we develop our own practice. What I'm saying about what I'm doing may not be what you're doing. That's fine. It's okay. You're going to understand something more about movement from this explanation and being able to see it. Palm change 8, both sides. Not too fast and not too slow. Feet together, stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head, salute the center. Ready? Palm change 8, both sides, and open. Turn. Close. Other side. Close. Walk the circle. Center. Salute. I'm going to stop with that because it was okay. Could be better. I can list out a few things that would be better. Next time, next week, we're going to work on this again. Palm change 7, palm change 8. More work on the pattern. Work on both of, still going to focus on palm changes 7 and 8. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. Thursday and Friday, Qigong. The following week, we'll start back with the pattern and the full pattern. All right? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.